The following Original Six matchup is presented and played with Hockey Blast Express, a product of Play Games LLC, copyright 2023, all rights reserved. Welcome back to the channel, everybody, as we get set for Game 3 of this time frame matchup between the 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens and the 2011-2012 Detroit Red Wings. Currently, the 2011-2012 Detroit Red Wings lead this time frame, winning 2-0. So in order for it to become an actual time frame, to make it really interesting, the Habs really need this one, which I'm really not going to lie, as the Red Wings surely have dominated, scoring only 4 goals so far to the Habs none. Excuse me, 5 goals. 5 goals total in this time frame matchup for the Wings to the Habs none. So if the 76-77 Habs really want to try to make this time frame interesting, they really need to score right here, right now. They need to start getting some goals past Jimmy Howard, who is the starting netminder for the Detroit Red Wings in Game 3, as Ken Dryden hopes to stop the bleeding that is the Detroit Red Wings scoring a total of 5 total goals so far through the first 2 games of this time frame. With that being said, the adjustments have been made, and without further ado, let's get right into it. Into Game 3, will the clock operator please start the clock? We're going to begin with a quality check between players 5 and 3. That is Kyle Quincy against Pete Mahovlich. And we're looking for the quality of star. It looks like Mahovlich is going to win that one, as he does have star. So he's going to be moving in on Jimmy Howard, hopefully to make a 4 or 5 with a dot to make the stop. And he will do so. Jimmy Howard is standing up on his heels on that one. We move on to the next segment here with a visitor scoring chance of a 21. Home goalie must make shot saves, so Jimmy Howard needs to make a 2 or a 3 with a dot to make the stop. Can't, and the Habs get on the board. The Habs will get on the board, courtesy. Well, not sure who, but someone on the Habs will score, and we'll let you figure it out as I adjust the score on screen. There we go. 1-0 Habs lead, and let's see who scored the goal. 8. Player with the best shot rating. That is going to be pick your poison. Lemaire or Hole, Lapointe or Robinson. Oh, excuse me. It will be Lemaire or Jacques. It'll be Jacques Lemaire or Rajan Houle. I think we're going to give it to Rajan Houle on that one. And how many assists? 2 assists. So it will be Larry Robinson and Jacques Lemaire assisting Mr. Rajan Houle on the 1-0 ice-breaking tally, as the Habs scored their first goal of this time frame and lead Game 3 by a score of 1-0 over the 2011-2012 Detroit Red Wings. Quality check between players 5 and anybody on the ice for the Habs. And the player in question will be Nicholas Kronwall for the Red Wings. And it looks like we're going to look for the quality of hits. The 2 guys out there that have hit are Bouchard and Tremblay. I think we're going to go with Tremblay to tie, as both guys have the same quality of hit. And we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Quality check between players 1 and 2. Hendrik Zetterberg against Yvonne Cournoyer. And we're looking for the quality of skill. It looks like both Zetterberg and Knoyer both have skills. And that will do it for that segment with the Habs still in front, 1-0 over the 2011-2012 Detroit Red Wings. Oh, triple fours. This is going to be a fight plus a momentum shot. Do we have any takers, though? Oh, unfortunately, we have takers on the Montreal Canadiens, but we don't have takers on the Red Wings. So it looks like no fight happens. That will be a no action. Referee just calls for a little roughing matchup, and that's going to be it for the first period as the fans here at Joe Louis Arena wanted to see a fight. And it's not going to happen as the Red Wings are down 1-0 to the 76-77 Montreal Canadiens. We start the second with a penalty check between players 1 and 4, Holmstrom and Guy Lapointe, as both guys have the same penalty rating of 0.5, and we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Visitor scoring chance of a 61. Any home player with a square stops a visitor goal. Oh, you bet. Nicholas Lidstrom has that square as he will stop the Montreal stops a Montreal goal opportunity, and that is going to do it for that segment here. And we move on. We got a penalty check between players 2 and 3. That's Yuri Hoodler and Doug Jarvis. It looks like Yuri Hoodler is going to go to the box as Doug Jarvis will move in on Jimmy Howard, hopefully to make a 4 or 5 with a dot to make the stop. Can't, and the Habs will extend their lead. It's 2-0 over the 2011-2012 Detroit Red Wings, courtesy of Doug Jarvis. Let's see who assisted Mr. Jarvis on the play. Only one assist. It looks like it will be. I think we'll give it to Van Boxmeer. So Jarvis from Van Boxmeer Van Boxmeer will assist Doug Jarvis on the 2-0 goal by the Montreal Canadiens. Gary Hoodler needs to flip as well. And we will move on to the next segment. Or we'll continue on in this segment here. Home scoring chance of a 51. And it looks like visitor defense player in 2, that's Rajan Ho. He stops a Detroit opportunity to score a goal with the quality roll of smart or a square. Although he does not have a square, he does have smart, and that's going to be enough to stop Detroit from scoring here in this segment here as we move on to the next one. Quality check between anybody on the ice for the Wings against player number 5, that's Pierre Bouchard. We are looking for the quality of speed. Ooh, pick your poison between Darren Helm or Valtteri Filppula. I think I'm going to keep that circle out there, and we're going to go with Filppula. So Filppula does have speed as he moves in on Ken Dryden, hopefully to make a 4 or 5 with a dot to make the stop. 5 with a blank won't do it as the Wings get on the board, courtesy of Valtteri Filppula. Let's see who assisted him. 2 assists. It looks like Quincy, and we'll go with Quincy and Cleary assisting Valtteri Filppula on the 2-1 goal. But still the Habs lead by that score. Quality check between anybody on the ice for the Wings against player number 1, that is Yvonne Lambert. Almost every quality that we're looking for, but we're looking for the quality of star. I think I'm going to go with Brad Stewart. He does have star. So we will go with him. So both Brad Stewart and Yvonne Lambert both have star, and that's going to do it for the second period, but not before the Habs extend their 2-0 lead to follow it up by a goal by the Detroit Red Wings at the end of 40 minutes to make it 2-1 here in Game 3 of this time frame. Quality check between both players in four. That's Lapointe and Lidstrom. Ooh, we're going to have a tie here with star. Both guys have star. And we will move on to the next segment here in the third period. Home scoring chance of a 62. This could be the Red Wings' chance to tie things, but unfortunately, any visitor player with a circle prevents a power play goal. Otherwise, it will be a goal, and we'll consider it to be a power play goal. And guess what? The Habs don't have a circle out there. It will be a tie ball game at 2 apiece. The Red Wings have crawled all the way back to score 2 goals to tie things up at 2. Let's see who scored the goal. 3, third best shot rating. So the best out there on the ice is Henrik Zetterberg. The second best is a tie between Cronwall and Bertuzzi. So the second best. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, the second best is a tie between Bertuzzi, Helm, and Cronwall. So the third best guy out there on the ice is going to be Brad Stewart. I hate saying it, but it's going to be Brad Stewart scoring the goal. And 2 assists will be handed out on the play. Zetterberg and between Bertuzzi, Helm, or Cronwall. I do want to keep at least one circle out there. So we're going to go with Darren Helm assisting Zetterberg on the Brad Stewart game-tying goal. And these fans are liking the comebacks that they are seeing right here, right now from their hometown Red Wings. We got a visitor scoring chance of a 32. Choice visitor player rolls for rebound goal using shot stars +2. I think I'm going to go with. Pete Mahavlich. Pete Mahavlich needs to roll a 1 or 2 to to score the rebound goal. And he does so. Pete Mahavlich will score the goal as the Habs take a goal right back from the Red Wings. It is a 3-2 ball game. As we see who assisted Mr. Mahavlich. 2 assists. It looks like it'll be Tremblay and we'll go with Tremblay and Van Boxmeer. Mahavlich from Tremblay and John Van Boxmeer will seal up the deal on that 3-2 lead for the Habs as we move on to the next portion of this segment. Visitor scoring chance of a 21. Home goalie must make shot saves, so a 2 or 3 with a dot will do so. Which it will do so. Nobody will flip, and we will move on to the next segment. We got a quality check between players 1 and 4. That is Tomas Holmstrom against Guy Lapointe. We are looking for speed. Neither Holmstrom or Lapointe have speed, so we will move on to the next segment here in this one. We got a quality check this time between players 4 and anybody on the ice for the Habs. So player number 4 in questioning is Nicholas Lidstrom, and we want a guy with 2 missing qualities, and we're looking for power. So the only 3 guys out there with power are Van Boxmeer, Bouchard, and Yvonne Cournoyer. So I do believe we are going to go with Knoyer, as the Wings need to get him off the ice, and that's what they will do. As both Knoyer and Lidstrom both have the same rating of power, and we will move to the empty net mini chart to finish up this one here in Game 3. 6. The game is over. Stop the clock. Oh man, oh man, oh man. So the Habs do climb their way back into things, scoring 3 goals in this one as they get on the board here. But the Wings still lead it by a time frame score of 2-1. But the Habs take Game 3 by a score of 3-2. If you are watching this on the full time frame playlist, Game 4 will be coming up right after the Bitty Beer game summary, so stay tuned for that. But if you are watching this on the single game playlist, Game 4 will be out very shortly. And if you are watching this in the near future, Game 4 will be already out. So stay tuned for the Bitty Beer game summary coming up next, presented by your favorite Bitty Beer products. As always, if you choose to drink Bitty Beer, please remember to drink responsibly. As always, it has big taste at a bitty price. It's Bitty Beer.